Let me quickly talk to you about the top 10 startup business loans for fair credit, no personal guarantee, and no collateral. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sir Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the top 10 startup business loans for fair credit, no personal guarantee, and no collateral. And the cool thing here is that those loans are very flexible, okay? Number 10, we have PayPal Working Capital. Our score is 7 over 10. This is kind of cool if you are a PayPal seller. So, hey, boss, if you're listening to me right now, you're a PayPal seller and you happen to have a startup and you have a fair credit. PayPal Working Capital is good for you because this has no credit check. You have easy automatic repayments and you have quick access to cash. But the only drawback is it's only available to PayPal sellers, okay? What we love with this product is that they offer short-term loans that function similar to merchant cash advances, and the loans have no credit score requirements and are good options to consider if you already do business through PayPal. And what we love is that you need to understand that the loan amount is depending upon your PayPal seller account performance, because they're going to pay attention. They're going to look at your cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay, they want to make sure that you have a certain volume of sales through PayPal to be able to approve you. And what we have seen is that you need to have a certain amount of sales, $15,000 per year for business accounts and $20,000 per year for premier accounts. Okay, so if you have those things, you can get funded within minutes of accepting a loan offer. So PayPal Working Capital, 7 over 10. Number 9, we have Action. Our score, 7.5 over 10. Now, Action is kind of cool because Action is a nonprofit, but they actually are great for microloans. If you're looking for amounts all the way to $50,000, this is great. Okay, if you have if you have fair credit, that's good. We love the fact that with Action you have a low interest microloans, and the cool thing here is that they target those business owners that don't have access to traditional funding sources, what we call in our jargon marginalized business owners, quote unquote marginalized business owners. Okay, and they have flexible monthly repayments. One thing you need to understand is that with Action, the loan offers are limited by region, though. Okay, so overall, the bottom line is that Action is a nonprofit CDFI offering short and medium term installment loans to startups and existing businesses. Okay, so this loan products mostly include microloans under 50K, but there are also some offers for loans as large as $1 million. So this is things you need to think about. And to qualify for an Axial loan, you need a credit score of 575 minimum and sufficient cash flow to repay the loan. That's all it is. And startups also need to have less than $3,000 in outstanding debt, a business plan with a 12-month cash flow projection, and a partner referral, such as SCORE or SBDC. Number 8, folks, we have Riviera Finance. Our score, 8 over 10. So if you have a startup and you have fair credit, Riviera could be a great place to look for funding. And there is no credit check. There's no time and business requirements, no revenue requirements. This is really good. But if you are in a B2C space, business to consumer, not really that good, because what they offer is they offer invoice factoring. Okay, so what they do is they do this for B2B. So if your business sells to other businesses or your business sells to governments, that's good. Government agencies, that's good. So you are in the B2B or B2G space, that's really good. And what we love is that their invoice factoring is kind of cool. It's flexible. It allows you to actually tap into your accounts receivable, okay? Especially if you're having cash flow problems due to slow paying clients, okay? And Riviera Finance has no credit score requirements. Okay, and you have factoring amount that goes all the way to $10 million. Check this out, $10 million. Okay, this is really good. So when we talk about invoice factoring, what is it? Invoice factoring is really the purchase of accounts receivable for immediate cash. So invoice factoring gives businesses the power to ensure growth without diluting equity or incurring debts. So this is really good. So after invoices are submitted and verified, they are funded by Riviera Finance within 24 hours. 24 hours. This is really good. So you just need to provide the paperwork and you get your money within 24 hours. Number 7, folks, we have Credibly. Our score 7.5. Our score 8.5 over 10. And Credibly is kind of cool for fast approvals and funding. Okay, here you are looking at a minimum credit score of 500. They want you to have time in business of 6 months. 6 months, okay, and the maximum loan size is $250,000, and they want you to have a revenue of $15,000 in monthly bank deposits. That's the minimum. So you got to be making at least $15,000 a month to qualify for this loan, and the loan can go all the way to $250,000. Okay, and the anticipated term length 18 or 24 months. Interest rates start at 9.99%. So 9.99%. You have automatic payments weekly, okay? And one thing you need to understand is that Credibly, when we talk about Credibly, we were speaking about a very flexible lender also. You have loan approvals in 24 hours. They actually require only a credit score of 500 and low time in business, 6 months, okay? And the cons, what are the cons here? They only have terms up to 18 months, in some cases 24 months, and there is a 2.5% in terms of origination fee, and they require $15,000 in monthly bank deposits. Number 6, folks, we have Fora Financial. Our score 8.5 over 10. And what we love with Fora Financial is that you have flexibility also, okay? And their minimum credit score is, guess what? 500. This is really good. Time in business, 6 months. This is really good. And they want you to have a $12,000 in monthly worth sales, and you can borrow from $5,000 all the way to $750,000 in as little as 72 hours from approval. Okay, this is really good. And the thing here is that with the Fora Financial, you have a constellation of products, okay? And you have working capital from $5,000 to $750K. No restrictions on use. You have 24-hour approval. What we love here is that we love the fact that there is no obligation quote. There's a free, no obligation quote. So you have a soft pull, okay? And they check your credit to see if you qualify for their loan. And based on that, they just make you an offer. And it's just totally up to you to say, listen, I love this offer or I don't like it. Okay, and they have terms up to 15 months, early payoff. They have early payoff discounts, no collateral required. Okay, no PG, no personal guarantee, nothing. Okay, and so the approval process is not only based on credit. They look at a constellation of factors to approve you or decline you. And what are the pros and cons here? They only require 6 months in business, no restrictions on the use of term loan. Okay, no collateral required. And the cons. They only have terms up to 15 months, and funding takes at least 72 hours. Number 5, folks, we have OnDeck. Our score 9 over 10. So when we talk about OnDeck, we are talking about a lender that has gotten your back. Okay, they are very flexible. We love the fact that they can fund business loans all the way to $100,000. And minimum credit score 600, in some cases 550. They want you to be in business for 1 year, okay? Their revenue requirements $100,000 annual gross revenue. We're speaking about pre-tax revenue, folks, okay? And so there are some restrictions though. They don't lend to businesses in Nevada, North Dakota, and South Dakota, okay? And they don't serve a few industries also: adults, drug dispensaries, firearms vendors, lottery, money services, rooming and boarding houses, whatever. They have a list of industries that they don't loan to. Okay, so with OnDeck, you have two types of business loans. You have line of credit, loan amounts $6,000 to $100,000, 12-month repayment term, resets after each withdrawal. And then you have term loan. You have loan amounts of $5,000 to $250,000. Repayments terms up to 18 months. Okay, but overall, this is a great lender. You have same-day funding, loyalty benefits. You have prepayment benefits. And some of the cons we don't like is that they have high APR. The APR starts at around 35%. This is really huge. They require at least 1 year in business, and they are limited in some states and industries. Number 4, folks, we have National Business Capital. Our score 9 over 10. What we love with National is that they have a flexibility in terms of their requirements. If you're a borrower, you go to National, they're pretty flexible, okay? They don't check credit for certain financing products if you meet other requirements. And they have relaxed time in business and revenue requirements if your credit is 650 or above. And they even lend to marijuana industry businesses with 1 year at least in business, okay? And their rates can be high, but National Business Capital is a great lender, and they have great customer service, okay? One thing you need to understand is that they're not a direct lender, though. They are a marketplace lender, okay? They have more than 75 lenders in their network. And their business model is kind of similar to what Lendio does. You probably have heard of Lendio. So it's a similar business model. And so the bottom line is they want you to have 6 months in business. So even a young startup, a growing business can qualify. They want you to have 120K in annual revenue. It can be actual revenue or projected revenue. So 120K gross annual income, that's what? $10,000 in monthly revenue, gross income. No minimum credit score, okay? This is really good. And the loan amount depends on the business revenue. The maximum loan amount is $10 million. Number 3, folks, we have here Bluevine. Our score 9.5 over 10. So when you think about Bluevine, I want you to think about a line of credit that you can also change and make a loan, business loan, okay? And you have on-demand access to funds, same-day funding as possible. They serve both B2B and B2C companies. And one thing we love is that now when you go to Bluevine and you ask them, they do not accept credit scores below 600. So if you have fair credit, you better have a score that is above 600, okay? And they can give you credit lines, aka in some cases business loans, up to $250,000, and their rates are as low as 4.8%, okay? And they give you a decision in within 5 minutes. This is really good. So one thing we love with the Bluevine is that their business model can adapt to your situation, okay? So to get started, you need to have at least 600 in FICO, 6 months in business, $10,000 in monthly revenue, and business is operating or incorporated in an eligible U.S. state. You must be based in the United States. That's the bottom line, okay? And you need to have basic details about you and your business, bank connection or year-to-date bank statements, because they want to have a connection to your bank account. That's what it is. They want to see exactly your cash inflows and cash outflows. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the top 10 business loans for fair credit and the startup business loans for fair credit. Number 2, we have Lendio. Our score 9.5 over 10. With Lendio, you can do a lot of things, okay? Lendio is cool for equipment financing, it's good for business expansion, it's good for inventory, for working capital, you name it. And what we love is that Lendio is also a marketplace lender. They're not a direct lender, so they actually aggregate lender information. So you actually you have one application and you'll receive multiple offers, okay? So you can save time by sending your application to multiple lenders at once. The platform helps you to figure out which financing product is best for your needs, and they'll let you compare and contrast different loan offers, and that's really good. And one thing you need to understand is that in some cases, Lendio lenders might be specific, they might be stringent, but it really depends. So what are the loan amounts? $500 to $750,000, okay? Loan term up to 25 years. You can actually get money within 2 to 4 hours, okay? The interest rate can be as little as 0 to 17%, depending on the lender. And in terms of credit score, the minimum credit score is, they say it's 630. But it could be 550 if you have a strong cash position or you are in a fast growing sector, okay? Time in business, 6 months. Revenue per month, $10,000. Okay, so when you think about Lendio, I want you to think about an easy to use online loan matchmaking service that lets you compare and apply to multiple business loans in just 10 to 15 minutes. This is what it is, okay? Even if you have a credit score as low as 550, you can likely find some financing options through Lendio. Number 1, folks, the best of the best in our view when it comes to the top 10 startup business loans for fair credit, no personal guarantee. We have Funbucks. Our score 10 over 10. And what we love with Funbucks is that if you have fair credit and you're looking for no PG business loans for a startup, you are good. You're in good hands. You have a simple application. You have next day funding, no draw fee, prepayment fee, origination fee, or maintenance fees. We love that a lot with Fundbox. And the only thing is that the cons, and this is they don't accept very poor credit or brand new businesses. So if you are a startup and you have, let's say, you've been in business for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, you can qualify. But if you are brand new business, you will not qualify. You may not qualify unless you have a solid product and you have a compelling business plan. Okay. So with Fundbox, we have lines of credit, revolving business lines of credit up to $150,000. You have to repay over 12 or 24 weeks. Okay. Your available credit goes back up as you pay. No prepayment penalty. You have term loans that go all the way to $150,000. You repay over 24 or 52 weeks. No origination fee, no prepayment penalty. Okay. So with a minimum credit score of 600 and a 6-month minimum time in business, Fundbox is suitable for both startups and subprime credit borrowers. Okay. Your business does need to be bringing at least $100,000 annually, making Fundbox slightly easier to qualify for than Bluevine, for instance. And very poor credit applicants can be approved in some cases if you have a strong cash position. And folks, I just want to say that I want to give you a quick overview before we close today's conversation to say that when we talk about startup business loans for fair credit and no personal guarantee, all that kind of stuff, there are alternatives for borrowers with fair credit. Okay. If you're lucky, you get a loan from some of these 10 players, then I'm very happy for you. But in some cases, you might not be as lucky. So what do? There are alternatives. You might be thinking about, you can think about small business credit cards, for example. Okay. This is, let's say, if you're not quite ready for a business loan, a small business credit card can be a good way to pay for startup expenses while building your credit. And business credit cards are also an effective way to establish business credit history and or separate your personal credit history from your business credit history. We've talked on other shows about the importance of segregating, of divorcing your personal affairs from your business affairs, right? This is important. And you can also consider corporate cards. And the thing with corporate cards is that you have to repay the balance in full every month, but it is great. We have you have a Brex, you have Ramp, you have DV. So those are corporate cards. Okay. Also think about small business grants. You might be lucky, who knows? Or even crowdfunding. So in addition to crowdfunding loans like Kiva, there are other crowdfunding platforms for businesses that don't require any repayment or credit check. So depending on how the service is structured, businesses may need to offer equity in their company or provide backers with a reward related to the project they are soliciting fund for. So if you're soliciting fund for a certain project, you can reward backers in a specific way. Okay. And one thing you need to understand is that if you want to get a startup loan with fair credit, make sure that you don't waste time applying for loans that you don't meet the minimum qualifications for. They're not going to get back to you. Save your time and energy. Okay. So when it comes to loans, you don't meet when it comes to loans where you meet the minimum qualifications for, apply for multiple loans and then compare your offers to choose the best one, and go for loans that actually have a soft pull. That way you are preserving your credit and also making sure that you have the right information. Okay. And yeah, before I close today's conversation, please check out this loan evaluation approach video. Would you have a strong method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and reviewing loans? Check this out. Okay, folks, here are the top 10 startup business loans for fair credit, no personal guarantee. Number 1, we have a Fundbox, 10 over 10. Number 2, we have Lendio, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have Bluevine, 9.5 over 10. Number 4, we have National Business Capital, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have OnDeck, 9 over 10. Number 6, we have Fora Financial, we have 8.5 over 10. Number 7, we have Credibly, 8.5 over 10. Number 8, we have Riviera Finance, 8 over 10. Number 9, we have Axion, 7.5 over 10. Number 10, we have PayPal working capital, 7 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.